welcome back to today's video. And in today's video I am bringing you guys a review on a set of brushes by Mayi Cosmetics. So for those who don't know, Mayi Cosmetics was founded in October 2016 and it is a Malawian brand providing high quality makeup and cosmetic accessories. Currently they don't have a shop, so they just operate online. These are the brushes that I'm going to be reviewing. Actually, they come in a packaging like this one. So if you guys want to see how the brushes turn out, please keep on watching. As I said in the intro, I'll be reviewing brushes from Mayi Cosmetics. So here with me I have the three brushes from the Flawless Face set. It only has three brushes. There's a concealer brush, a powder brush, and a foundation brush. I'm gonna try these out on camera, and I haven't done my foundation yet because I want to test out these brushes. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply my foundation using the foundation brush from Mayi Cosmetics. When you go on the website of www.mayicosmetics.com, it shows the Flawless brush set, which is going for it's retailing for $13, and which is roughly Malawian. It's 9,500 kwacha, less than 10,000 for three brushes. I think that's affordable. So we're going to start with the foundation brush, and here it says the foundation brush is designed to give you a flawless finish to your foundation application. Works best with liquid and cream foundations. So we're going to put that to a test. So what I'm going to do is, on one side of my face I'm going to use a liquid foundation using this brush, and on the other side of my face I'm going to use a cream foundation. For my liquid foundation I am going to use, where's my foundation? I am going to use the Maybelline Fit. This is in the shade Toffee Caramel 330. I already primed my face, so using the Mayi Cosmetics brush, foundation brush rather, I'm going to dip into the foundation lightly, and then I'm going to start applying. I do like how it applies the foundation, and it does a little bit of a blending job, but it's not really too perfect for blending because I can still see some lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a beauty blender and just, so using the same brush I'm going to go on the other side and use, this time I'm going to use cream foundation. And the cream foundation that I've been loving lately and I've been using lately are the black opal. Since the holidays, I'm still a little bit tan. Right now I can't use rich caramel shade because it's a little bit too light for me. And I can also use truly topaz because I've been having problems with truly topaz, the fact that it makes me look a little bit yellow. So what I do is I combine the two and get my perfect shade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe the foundation that is left here, the liquid foundation, on the brush. I'm going to dip in the black opal truly topaz cream foundation, and then I'm going to dip into the black opal total coverage foundation. The foundation brush does a good job with cream foundations in terms of blending more than the liquid foundations. I don't see any lines on the cream side, but on the liquid side I did see some lines and I had to go in with the beauty blender to blend out those lines. But in terms of blending, it didn't do much for the liquid foundation. Well, that is that on this brush. So we need to move on to the other two brushes that are remaining. So moving on to the concealer brush by Mayi Cosmetics again, and on the website it says under concealer brush, if you want precision, this is the brush for you. Its light point makes it perfect for concealing blemishes, creating a cut crease or highlight. It's a small brush. It's not really, I can't say it's the smallest brush I've seen, because I have brushes, concealer brushes that are actually smaller than this. For example, this one by BH Cosmetics. This, yeah, it's old. Been using it for years now, maybe 4 years. So it's had its fair share of light. So as you can see, this brush, this is a concealer brush by BH Cosmetics, and as you can tell the difference, this has a more slimmer, more flat look and feel than this one by Mayi Cosmetics. Mayi Cosmetics one, it's a bit fluffy and it's thick. So I don't know whether it will be perfect for cutting the crease, because when you actually cut the crease, you want something small so that you create that sharp line. But generally, I don't think this would be perfect for cutting the crease, because it's just too dense and fluffy and thick and big. For cutting the crease, actually something smaller and more flatter actually works. I'm just gonna, use this for highlighting. For highlighting, I'm gonna go in with this concealer, Warm Honey by LA Girl. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of the concealer using the brush, and I'm gonna start the highlighting process. It actually does a great job of packing concealer on, but I don't think we can use this to blend out. It would to blend out the highlight. It would take us days. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with the foundation brush that we used before by Mayi Cosmetics, and we're going to try to blend this out. Since the concealer is a bit thick in consistency, it's not like the liquid foundation, and I already liked how it blended the cream foundation on this side of my face. I'm hoping that the foundation brush is gonna do a good job of blending that out. So let's give it a try, but we're going to use the tapping method or the dabbing method instead of just swiping, because we don't want to create any lines on our face. So this is what I'm gonna do. Just gonna blend, 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 blend. All right, let's continue. I think I love this brush when it comes to cream foundations or concealer that's really of thick consistency. I feel like my highlight is really not that poppy, so I'm going to use another concealer that's a bit lighter. This is the Edge Rewind eraser, dark circles eraser by Maybelline. But you guys know this concealer, so I'm just going to add a little bit more of highlight under my eyes, because I feel like the first concealer wasn't bright enough. I love it. It's time to set our face. And then we're going to move on to the next brush in the set, which is the powder brush. And on the website, it says The powder brush is a soft, fluffy brush that can be used for applying finishing powder, dusting off setting powder, or blotting powder. To set the highlight, I'm going to go in with the Sacha buttercup setting powder, and I'm going to use a beauty blender to set my highlight. I'm going to bake. Since the website says this powder brush can be used to dust off setting powder. So as per setting rule, you have to wait for about 5 minutes for the powder to actually sink in. And then so it's 5 minutes, and now it's time to dust off the excess powder. So we are going to use the Mayi Cosmetics brush for that. I don't have a problem with the brush, and the fact that it's soft, it has soft bristles. I actually like that. You know how some brushes are really hard on the skin? Does a good job dusting off powders. Now I'm going to test it out, because here it says you can use it for finishing powder as well. I do have a compact powder. This powder is from, where is it? This powder is from Arake. Ruby Kisses. It's a mineral powder, so I'm just going to use this. This is in the shade Mocha, so I'm just going to use this powder and see how this brush actually works with compact powder. So what I'm going to do is just to dip in there, see how much product it has picked up. Then, and you notice how I apply the powder. I don't swipe. Because most people, when they use compact powders, what they do is they do that and then they go in like that. I like to do this and just tap and just push the product in. If you have pores, this method helps to like fill in those pores with the powder. The result is you end up looking flawless. I like the powder brush. So I'm just going to go off camera and finish up with my lips, my highlighter, my blush, and I'm going to come back with my final thoughts on these brushes. The brushes can be used by professionals as well as beginners. So they really have great stuff on their website, you guys. So be sure to check that out and let me know how they work out for you. Alright, so my final thoughts on the makeup brushes. I'm going to start with the packaging. I understand that Mayi Cosmetics is a new brand that just came in. But I feel like on terms of the packaging, I feel like they could have done better. Because this is just a piece of paper that it's just printed. They have all the information there, which is good. But I feel like there's just not enough color, if you understand what I mean. If you take a look at other brands, they really focus more on their packaging to make it look attractive to customers. And as I said, I'm not trying to stamp on Mayi Cosmetics' choice of packaging, but I feel like as a brand that's trying to grow, I'm sure they're trying to grow and become something bigger one day. I just feel like they have to improve a little bit on their packaging. I just hope that gets to improve. I mean, it's 2020, so they have to get with the times. On the three brushes, I feel like the one that was like the best of the three was the powder brush. The second brush, that's the foundation brush. It did a better job with the cream foundation and the cream concealer when I was highlighting something that I think people from Mayi Cosmetics can improve on. They can still maintain the same brush, but I feel like they can come up with another brush that could be used to blend your foundation. so that we can still use this to apply the foundation, but we can also have another brush that could be used to blend. I know they have blending wedges, but they didn't send me that, so I just used my own personal beauty blender. And lastly, the concealer brush. I personally feel like the concealer brush, it really doesn't do much. It's great for applying the concealer when you're highlighting. Personal experience, I can say this would be a bigger problem to cut the crease. It's why? Because first of all, the brush is just too thick to use on a cut crease, especially if you want your cut crease to be really sharp. It will be a nightmare to use this concealer brush. That's that on the set of brushes from Mayi Cosmetics. If some of you have already used these brushes before, you can comment down in the comment box below and let me know what you guys think, how you guys feel about this brush. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Like my page on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and I'm just everywhere. Have a great day and